Hey again, everybody. So afternoon time. Let's get done with some coding. So where we left off is that we had this quick info thing that I added in. So it's at the bottom. It's very tiny. And it properly populates the character graphic and the class. But then these bars don't do anything. And maybe we should show your level here too. And then skills, the button doesn't work. So we gotta do that. Hey, Darkstorm. Okay, so quick info. Connecting to skills thing shouldn't be too bad. I guess it's a question of how high up we want to send this stuff. Like the world map is what ends up adding this, right? Hello, quick. I don't know what just happened. I probably just quit. Yeah, I quit. Hey, Crows. Where does the quick info thing get added? In game. Okay, that shouldn't be the case. Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Let's delete this. I think when we add overworld characters, where it should go. Add overworld character. Okay, here it is. So let's just put this one in here. Delete this. Okay, so this should be functionally identical to what we just had, but now we should be able to set up signals on this thing. I hope. Yeah, so we add in the first character. Actually, there's no reason why we can't just add all of these. Yeah, let's see what happens when we do this. Okay, they all get stacked on top of each other. That shouldn't be the case. I don't know why that's the case. I think quick info. Huh, these other ones don't get names. Oh, maybe because this isn't more than just a control. Oh. Yeah, I probably need this to have like a proper layout. Hey, Funky Monkey. Oh, man. And hey, Matt. I always wanted to be like one joke redeem. What happened to my complaint button? I got rid of it. I refunded all the points. So you might have more points than you're used to having. I feel like I don't really care what happens with channel points, so I might as well just give them all back. Yeah, I think I need to like properly lay this out. I don't want to do this stuff. The only thing, well, I guess we need to do it. Who sniped first? It was Darkstorm. So how should I lay this out? Let me think about this. It's basically going to be a VBox container that is this, and then all the stuff on the bottom, and then this can be an HBox container, and then this can be a VBox container. Yeah. So let's change the type of this to be a VBox container. Okay. And then underneath this, we got to add a whole bunch of just other stuff here. There's going to be the label up top and then an HBox container. So we put this here. We put this stuff over here. We're going to need to add the animated sprite to that thing. Character quick info needs to change so that it's a VBox container. Like I have an idea for how this is supposed to work out, but maybe there's a better way of doing this. I don't know. So this goes here, and then we add in the sprite in the base of this. So this is where we would add a node 2D, I guess. And this will be the animated sprite. Sprite parent. Yeah. Yeah, game UI has never been all that fun for me to do. I guess, I don't know. I think the needs of game UIs are sometimes different from what they'd be in other things, like web UIs. A lot of times you want there to be like crazy effects on a UI, or the UI is part of the game world or something like that. And a lot of games have been steering more toward that, the UI being part of the game world. Like you walk over to a TV or something and press the button on the TV, and then it shows you something on the TV in the world. All right, so why does this look like trash? Like, how did I mess this up? I guess this needs a minimum size. Where do we do that? Layout? Yeah, minimum size. Okay, so let's set a minimum size of, I don't know, 50 by 5. Yeah, and this one should have the same thing. Minimum size 50 by 5. Okay, this should appear after this one. Why is this not working? There we go. And then the sprite. And this sprite, it's not a control, so it won't know the proper size that we have here, but I guess we can put the size into a control maybe. I'm not positive that'll work. And then we give this a size of 24 by 24. That's not even a square. What happened here? What did happen here? Oh, I see. It's a minimum size, of course. So the skills button made it be a larger size. Okay, that's probably fine. Full computers in the world, yeah. I think this is probably set to size the children. I'm not totally sure. This stuff should be. How do I do this? Container sizing, vertical fill. I want the children to be laid out evenly spaced. Oh, here we go. Center. Oh, cool. Okay, there we go. All right. I think this looks good. And then I think we just need to put a level in here, level 5 or something like that. Not that it matters in this part of it. And I guess then horizontal alignment, we just say center. Pretty nice. Okay, cool. So now we just got to populate that, which changes everything that we had done over here. So character quick info, did we get anything? We add child sprite here. This is now supposed to be inside of the HBox container. So HBox container dot or slash sprite parent dot add child. All right, this will probably look like trash. Let's go try it out. It's not too bad, to be honest. It's just centered and it shouldn't be centered. So that we said, or no, it's not even centered. What am I doing? It's this line. This is probably messing it up. What's that look like? That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, this needs to be a lot bigger. Yeah, a lot bigger. Let's just make quick info be bigger. Because it's just so hard to read anything right now. Quick info can have a scale. Where's your scale? Here it is. Of 2. All right, does that just magically fix things? No, now it goes off the screen. Yeah, I was worried about that. I don't know if there's an easy way to fix that. I keep going to the wrong thing. Quick info is positioned here. Oh, I manually positioned it there. That's why. That's why it's going off the screen. Right, because I didn't feel like figuring out how to make this grow the proper way. Okay, well, let's just do this, I guess. How's that look? Yeah, sure. I think if you only have one of these now, it's going to just be floating there on the screen. So if I did not add these things in, delete those, then what does this look like? Like, I want this to be on the bottom now, and there must be a way to do that. I just don't know how. It's got to be like layout direction. No, anchor preset. Drat. What is the type of this? It's a box container. Maybe I should make it a VBox container. How is it actually a box container? No, it is a VBox container. Yeah, there's got to be a way to do this. Container sizing, expand, shrink end. It's probably something like that. Does that work? I need a button that'll let me add a new character on the fly so I can test this out. So let's go put this here. Yeah, unhandled input. So if you press Q, sure, then we'll add in a new character. There. And now world map is not declared. Let's do world map as world map. I don't think this is possible. I don't think I ever added a world map class. Oh, apparently it is. Apparently it is. Okay, this is not working. It's like, it's clearly chopping off the bottom of this. There's like I said, there's got to be some way to do this properly. Let's restart it so that I don't have a million characters there. Let's just put in like 3. No, 4. Okay, 4 makes it easy to tell that this is broken. So what if I change this? Oh no, got to be remote. World map. This one, this. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't even like see this any better. Fill? No, none of this seems to matter. It'd be something in here. Tells the parent container how they should resize and place the node. I guess that's something for quick info. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Layout direction. I don't think this should make any difference. Anchor. Clip. Alignment. Honestly, it might be this. What is this? Containers children. Be arranged at the beginning or at the end. Okay, yeah, I think it is that. Oh boy, UI and Godot. Yeah, I know. It's not the most fun thing to do. Where did the alignment even go? I don't even see it anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, so if we set this to end, does this just magically work? No. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe this isn't worthwhile to even try. I want quick info to grow upward. It's positioned at the bottom of the screen right now. I have this set to what is container sizing? Maybe I have the wrong idea on this. Tells the parent container how they should resize. Yeah, there's no parent container as far as I'm concerned. Maybe we just set this to fill. This is still wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Just want to position this a little bit to the side and then anchor it to the bottom left. This part doesn't look like it's working though. Huh. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the anchor isn't actually working. Because like this is inside of a canvas layer. I don't think. Maybe just set this to fill both things. I don't know. I'll try this a little bit longer, but then I think I should just give up and just manually position it. Yeah, I think this is just going to be broken. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay, now how do we get it to grow up from there? How do you handle graphics? Do I draw them myself? I am going to be getting some different asset packs, but the ones I'm using right now are linked there. I bought these a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know how it works in Unreal. I also, how do we do this? Container that grows upward. Maybe we set this. it's so close to working. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm even supposed to do. All right, let's see. I'll just search for this. Maybe we can find something. Godot, VBox container, grow upward. Upward growing VBox container position not updated. Marked as completed here. Update last min size. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Because I'm using this now to I can't refund those points. So you might want to be careful about that one. Getting VBox container to wait for this page to load, I guess. Resize when its contents change. Man, come on. Anyway, make a grid container go up. How to have children of control nodes. Grow direction vertical. This was 5 years ago, though. Alignment variable. Arranged at the end of the container. Bottom if orientation is vertical. Right if it's horizontal. Okay, orientation is vertical, so this would be at the bottom. But then it still looks like it's growing downward. And this is anchored to the bottom left. Maybe we just don't set this to expand? Oh, I don't know how that would be possible then. Yeah, it looks like it's growing outward. I don't even know if it's growing downward right now. It's very hard for me to tell. If I just move this entire thing so that it's on the left side of the screen, I guess it'd be more obvious. Yeah, you can see it's bumping it up and mostly bumping it down. So it's moving in both directions. I don't know how to stop that, yeah. All right, well, what do these things say? Tell parent container how they should resize. Yeah, I don't think the parent has to do with this. Line the node with its start, either the top or the left. Line the node with its end, either the bottom or right. Usually exclusive with size fill and other shrink size flags. We can use the size expand. All right, I mean, it sounds like it would have to be shrink end if it's anything. And even then, I'm not sure. What else? The only other thing I can think about is that maybe it's this thing that's busted. Maybe this needs to tell its parent how it wants to be laid out. It says it doesn't have a control parent, but it will get one. What am I doing here? Yeah, layout, container sizing. Here it is. Okay, so yeah, shrink end. What if we did that? What happens? Where's the button? There it is. No, it's still growing downward. Can I just like change this here and see it take effect in the game? Because that would probably really help. Is this doing anything? I don't think it is. Can we set this as the bottom left? Does that do anything? I think that just might have moved the entire UI that I have here down to the bottom. Yeah, I don't think I want that. Although maybe I do. What if I do say bottom left here and then I restart this thing? What happens? No change. What is character quick info size? It's a container, so it's based on the size of the children. So it's not actually set to anything right now. Hey, Juicebox Hero. Jump game, please. Were you told a custom raid message? Oh boy. Well, I feel like maybe I should make an exception and give the people what they want. All right, fine. We'll play. Is it jump time? It's jump time. All right, so thank you for the raid. First of all, if you've never seen this game before, type join and you can join the game. You'll see your character appear in the world. And then type J and a number to jump. So negative numbers are to the left, positive numbers are to the right. Alt F4, thanks for subscribing. Welcome back. And the goal is to jump up as high in the world as you can. The game starts in 17 seconds. You should get a pretty good idea of how this is working as you kind of mess around with it. The only other thing I need to say is to type the same command multiple times. Just add any garbage to the end of your message. So like if you want to do a J10 twice, do J10 and then J10A or J10, literally the word trash or something at the end of your message. So yeah, the numbers are from -90 to 90, by the way. So just picture, angles, whereas J0 is straight up and J15 will be slightly to the right. So that's it. This is the jump game. The Juicebox Hero wanted us all to play, which I'm happy to oblige. Should have banned Darkstorm for this one. How'd I do? You're still in the game. You're right over here on the right side. So like a J0 would be pretty good. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Well, welcome in everybody. We are making a game that is not this. This is a game I made back in December. And you lost yourself? Yeah, well, every time you jump, you can see your character's name again. So yeah, you're right up there. And you can type choice and then a number from 1 to 18, and it'll change your character's clothing / skin color / gender. This raid is a scam. Well, Juicebox Hero, there is a channel point redeem called Revive. If you want to spend 1,000 points, you can do that, and it'll put you in 3rd place immediately. It's definitely cheating, so that you know. So if you win, you should feel bad about yourself. Okay, well, there's Juicebox Hero. Didn't even hesitate. This is like that hypothetical. Like, if I press this button, someone in the world will die, but you'll get $1 million. Juicebox Hero is mashing the button before they even finish the sentence. I hope you enjoy your $1 million so far. Anyway, we're making a game now that's not this one. It is a sort of an idle game, but I think idle games are trash and predatory, and so I'm trying to make it not trash and predatory. So it's not an infinite game, and I'll show it off when we're done with this. But yeah, it was meant to start as kind of an old school RPG with turn-based battles, and then it gets automated after a little while. That's what we're going to be doing for the next like 3 hours. All right, we're coming down to the wire. 23 seconds left. It's pretty neck and neck with Boss Nomad, Darkstorm, and Quickie Joe. And there's Juicebox Hero the Cheater in 4th place, I think. She's cheating up a storm. Oh, Smoo revived as well. All right. I'm glad Smoo didn't come in 3rd place there, because that would have definitely been cheating. And there you have it. That's the game. And you can also still jump on this final screen here. So I'll show something really fast. It doesn't save anything on this screen, but like I said earlier, you can type choice and then a number. And does that not work? Wait, did it stop working? Why am I not updating? Okay, I don't know what that does. Maybe I broke this. You're playing an extra game, have to run. All right, take care, Juicebox Hero. I appreciate the raid. Anyway, there are other things you can do too, like glow. So I can say glow blue, and now my particle effect changes to blue. And name color, I could change that too. Oh, it's char, not choice. My bad. Okay, yeah, char and then a number, like char 11 or char 18 or something like that. Anyway, none of this stuff gets saved on the final screen, so you need to do this in the next game. I think if I say I'm back, it'll put my camera back on. Yes, good. Okay, now if I say close the game, it should close the game. Good. And now I can show you the game we're actually making right now. So this is Idle Ascendants. And like I said, it starts off and it's kind of like an old school RPG where, why can't I maximize this? There we go. So I have my character here right now. You move around the world, you get into battles, and they start out and they're manually controlled. So like I can pick which attack I want to use here. But then you have a skill tree, and the very first thing you get is automation. So now from here on out, it'll just start making choices in battle for me. So it just used slash, and now it used crush, and now it's going to use something else, sweeping arc. And then you can choose how your skills get modified over here. So, you know, typical skill tree stuff. So I can have like critical slash and put points into this or this or this. And that'll alter how these battles play out without you directly controlling it. So yeah, it is an automated game, but not nearly to the level of Botland. And then you'll get more characters and you'll, be able to move around the world. We are very rapidly prototyping all of this. So it looks really bad right now because every decision was just to try to get us to the point where we can tell if it's fun. So about a week from today, I should be able to launch this as a web game on itch, and everyone can try it and give their feedback and tell me, like, does this look like it could be fun? And if enough people say yes, then I'll make the game. It sounds like entrapment. It's all good fun. I'm just teasing. I do think we need to put a limit on when you can revive, but yeah, I would just delete the function altogether if I didn't want people using it. Should be able to test the growing behavior in the editor. Just instantiate the character Quavo as children. Okay, yeah. I just tested default VBox container with some color recs, and it does work like you'd expect. Interesting. Okay, yeah, let's try this. I'll just restart this whole thing. I don't even think I need to necessarily like make a custom scene for this or anything. Oh, by the way, what we're working on right now is trying to get this. This is supposed to represent which characters you have in the game right now. And so like I just added in a mage here. So now I have warrior and mage, and I mean I can just keep adding in mages, so there's like a million of them. But I want these to grow upward. So right now they're being placed going downward. And if this were HTML or something, I'd know exactly what to do. But since it's Godot, I don't necessarily know what to do. It was fun. I don't know if you can determine that from that test. If I set this to end, this is for how this thing is laid out, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe that's necessary. In fact, let's try that out. Let's refresh this. No, still not working. What am I missing? When I did this, it didn't seem to have an impact, and I still don't think it's gonna have an impact. But I guess I'll try it. No, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what to do. Well, I'm inclined to say let's just not worry about this, and I'll just manually position it on the screen at some point. What's the parent you're loading them into? What does its setup look like? So there's a world map, which is just some node. It's got a canvas, and then it's got the parent of all of those quick info things that show up. And this is a VBox container. So the VBox container makes it so that as you put more, it'll go beneath it and not to the side of it. So that's like a flexbox in HTML. And then, yeah, this itself is also, I believe, a VBox container. Yeah, this is also a VBox container. So I'm not sure why it's not growing upward. And I don't know if it's worth even trying to do any more about this right now. Yeah, I don't think it is. Add some color recs to that VBox container, the parent, not the character quick info. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we got some pink rectangles in here. We're going to set a minimum size of 50 by 50. Okay, and then we're just going to duplicate this. Okay, it's definitely growing downward right now. Let's make the second one be a different color so it's obvious which direction. Yeah. So pink and then blue. So how do we get this to go upward? Alignment is at the end. This doesn't seem to have an impact on this at all. Is this doesn't matter either. I would expect it to be this one though, based on what it said. Alignment of the container's children. Maybe, what did that just do? Oh, interesting. Right to left, left to right. I don't know if that matters either. Anchor bottom left. It's still growing upward though. Now it's split around the middle. I would want it to be pink on bottom and blue on top. What am I missing here? I don't even know what other layout thing I haven't tested. Pivot points maybe? I think the pivot is for, wait, this? Pivot is its top left corner. I think this is just for rotating stuff. Okay, it technically isn't, but this isn't changing the order of the children. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. It's not necessarily change the order of the children. It's just like set the pivot lower so that, yeah. The problem with that is that the pivot needs to be sized based on the size of the children, I think. Yeah, it is just the start point, but still, how do I get this to lay out in a totally different order? Also, even if I do set a pivot like this, if I add in another rectangle, I think it's gonna get messed up. Yeah, because it's still gonna grow going like outside of this thing. I guess I don't care too much about the order of the rectangles as long as I could get this to go upward when you do add new nodes in here. And I don't know how to do that. And I'm very close to just moving past this because this is really like a waste of time. Yeah. Size and position. Position should just be set by this thing, right? Where did that go? Yeah. And then the only thing about container sizing I can think of, this says how the parent should size this thing. And I don't think this should have any impact on this. Yeah, I don't think the parent knows how to size this. It's just a canvas layout. I think that's it. I think we just give up on this. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is worth it. I don't know how you're supposed to do this, but I'll have to look into this again later. And for now, what we'll do is we'll just put this in the world map such that it looks good for 3 characters. So where do we have that? World map, quick info. Yeah. So let's move this up. which actually means I guess quick info should be at the upper left. So that now when we go into world map, we move this to the center or bottom left. Yeah, and then we just, why does it still have this size? Oh, I gotta reset this. Yeah, and then when we get to here, we just size it such that it'll eventually fit everything. This still has a Y, it still has a height. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we just move this up, right? And maybe slightly to the side. All right, how's that look? So there's one character, two characters. Yeah, we just need the third one to be able to fit there, and then we're fine. So like that, now we're done. It's the scale parameter that's doing it. Oh, this broke even like that. You're saying make a negative scale? Or are you saying I shouldn't have a scale? And it's the scale that's breaking it. I guess we can add in the color rects again. I'm saying set it to 1. I see. Okay, so then let's do this. Let's make our 50 by 50. We'll do white and then red. Okay, so it is white, red. And if I set the scale of this back to 1, and then say that this is the bottom left. Huh, yeah, that does work. Doesn't that seem like a bug? How would you scale this thing then? And so every rectangle I add after this is going to go upward? Yeah. What? How do I resize this then so it's not like stupidly sized? Thank you for figuring that out, Monadic Bind. All right, so now we can delete this stuff and put this at the right part of the world. I guess delete the position that we had here. Do this again. And maybe offset it by a little bit, like put it a tiny bit into the world. All right, so now, yeah. Yeah, this is what I wanted, but I want this to be readable. And the only way I knew how to make it readable is by changing the scale. We could change the scale of the canvas layer, but then I think it's off the map completely. If I set the scale of this to 2, it's no longer in the world. Follow viewport. I don't think this matters. Can I change this back and then change this? I don't even know where this node went. It's in the middle of nowhere, probably. Yeah, who knows? Who knows where it went? Wait, how did this just disappear though? There, now it's there. All right, so if I just change the X scale, oh, you can't do that. I need to unlink them and then just change the X scale. Okay, so we see it get really wide. And changing the Y scale will push it off the screen. I know I can change the offset to sort of fix that. I guess it could always be offset so that it's like how negative does this have to be? Or am I doing this in the wrong direction? I'm doing the right direction. I just need to scale it even more. There we go. So I could do something like this and I can eventually get it back onto the screen. And I guess I know the size of the viewport, so I'd change that myself. What else would I do here though? I guess we could just change the font size on everything. I guess we could do this without even using the scale property. Definitely feels weird to do that. 1.5. Yeah, I don't know which one to prioritize right now. I think it's just almost unusable when it's that tiny. Well, all right. Let's put this back where it belongs. Bottom left. Bottom left isn't even correct there. Oh, because this is offset by so much? There we go. Oh, wait a sec. What is that? There is a scale here. This, yeah, strange. This scale is set to 1, 1. What if I set this to 2, 2? I don't think that's going to help. No, it doesn't help. All right. Well, giving up. And I'm not going to spend more time on this. It's a waste. So are we good now? Yeah. How do you go about decompressing, assuming it caused or causes stress? So in this particular case, I think just moving on and coming back to this later, it's like it's obviously going to be a problem in the future. You're never going to forget that this UI is super tiny because every time you try to use it, you're going to have to struggle to click things. So in this particular case, I think it's okay. The other thing that's nice is I am just doing this as a prototype level. So releasing with this really tiny is also still kind of fine. But in the future, when you come back to it, it's, do you have any other ideas of what you could do? And if you don't, then I feel like you're just going to hit the same wall that you hit originally. So at least my idea for the future for this would just be like increase the size of all of the labels so that the scale can just stay 1. And we could do that pretty quickly. We could just add a label settings here and change the font size to be 32. Then same thing for this. Actually, we could just put it on the whole, on the parent, I guess. How do we do it for a button? Text behavior? Huh, I actually don't know how to do it for a button. Yeah, huh. Well, maybe the button itself could just have a scale of 2. More theme overrides? Oh boy. All right, I guess then we go into here, fonts, font. We could, font sizes. So we set this to 32. Did this even have an impact? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, and then for the bars here, we just increase the size to 100 by 10. And same thing. Where are you? 100 by 10. Okay, then this sprite parent, this would be 48 by 48. And we just scale this thing to 2x. There. All right, so now it should be what I wanted originally, I guess. Yeah, there we go. To be honest, this is probably a better way of doing everything because of how fonts get rendered. Godot actually can use true type fonts. It's not always just using bitmap fonts. And true type fonts are rendered with vectors so that, you know, at font size 10, they look just as crisp as they look at font size 1,000 or something. Or maybe not as crisp. I don't know what the word I'm trying to say is, but yeah. So rather than rendering them at a small size and then scaling up by 2x, that'll make it look blurry like you see here. You should just render them at the bigger size. All right, well, that's good. We got that. So that is here. Dynamically populate the quick info every time you add a new character. Next is connect the life bar and connect the experience bar. So let's add all of our characters that we wanted here. I guess adding characters to the queue is something that we might as well just leave in for now because maybe I'll need it, but I don't know. So now we should have warrior, mage, and necromancer. Yep. And now their life bar should accurately reflect what they have in the game. So for that, we need a signal. I think in character data, we have something like life change. No, we don't. We like the easiest way of doing this is just make a process in the quick info that just automatically updates this thing. And fine, let's do that. Because we're not trying to do this the final way that we have here. So delta, we're just not going to use. And then we're going to update a couple of things. I don't know where this stuff is. Let's just take a screenshot of this so I don't even need alt tab anymore. Yep, and I'll just put this on my other monitor so I can look at it. All right, so the life bar is var life bar texture progress bar. Yeah, equals, so where is it? It's in hbox container / vbox container / life bar. Okay. And then the experience bar is in that same location, except for its experience bar. Okay, so now setting their values. We're going to get the character data, and we're going to set life bar dot value equals. Do we have like get life percentage or something? Yes, we do. All right, that's on the range of 0 to 1. So we need to change the life bar to be in the range of 0 to 1 as well. Min value, max value. There we go. Hopefully these are floats. Please tell me it's a float. Oh, come on. I can't tell, but I'm assuming it probably is. And if not, then we will just cry. And multiply it by 100. So now those are set. Now we want to say get life percentage in here. Equals character data dot get life percentage. And the experience bars value we'll set to 0 for now. Hey, Wendy, how you doing? I was about to make a joke about what we were talking about in your stream earlier today. Then I thought, I'm not getting sponsored by any sort of green energy drink company, so I won't say their name. I'm doing well. We're adding in a little UI at the bottom so that you can tell how much life and experience your characters have, but it is not working. Now, why wouldn't this work? Maybe because this isn't being called at all? Hello. Let's have it print out. Okay, it's definitely being called. I was going to say, did I like connect something wrong? So life bar dot value equals get life percentage. Is value a float? Yeah, it is. Okay, so then 0 to 1. This should be... Oh, no. The life bar should be fully red. The experience bar should be empty. Maybe I accidentally set the background texture to the wrong color. No, I didn't. Wait, yeah, why is this filled in? Its value is currently 0. What do I set the max value to? No, yeah, what is going on here? Oh, whoops. I meant to set progress, not over. Whoops. Okay, that's my bad. How do we fix this? I don't know how to fix it, so I'll just clear it. And we'll just make a new thing over here. New gradient texture. Yeah, it's a little annoying having to work with this thing, but not too bad. There we go. Good. Now we do the same thing for life bar. Yeah, that was my bad. Invert this, make a new gradient texture. This one should be red. Okay, cool. Now I think it should work. We should have a full red bar and an empty green bar. Yeah. All right, now we want to make the experience thing be proper. So let's go do that. We have get life percentage. I guess let's just make a get experience percentage. Experience percentage. Thanks for the Cloudflare tunnel video. After watching it, bought a mini PC, setting my own apps up there. Nice. Yeah, that's like the goal. So thank you. Yeah, I think having a mini PC is great if you tinker around with stuff or you like having services that, your friends can access or, a handful of people outside of that. So I really think this bot is the perfect example of this. I have a database. You can type commands in here. It's not like I have thousands of users. If I did, yeah, I might want this to be in the cloud. But just running this off of a computer in my home is totally reasonable. It's like hardly even putting a dent in BTOP over here. Like CPU usage is less than 5% across all cores. RAM usage 1 GB, and I'm hosting I think 4 Docker containers on here, or 3 maybe. I don't know. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. All right, so experience percentage is definitely experience here, and for now it's just divided by 20 because that's how much you need to the next level every single time. So let's make that a constant somewhere. Const exptnl int equals 20, and then just replace all the 20s with that, I guess. Yep. And then we need to make both of these floats, I guess. So there's that, and that. That's everything. Okay. Eventually that should be replaced by something that's not the number 20, but for now looks good. So then in our info thing, we can just set the same thing, equals character data dot get experience percentage. All right. So as you battle, it should automatically fill that bar. So let's go try that out. So we're going to have this character go over to here, and we're going to max out all your skills so that we do more damage. All right. Can we use lightning zaps? No, we don't have enough. Okay, now we can use boulder. Does damage to everything. Lightning zaps. Nothing's dying. The game hasn't been balanced yet. So even with fully maxed out skills, it's still pretty abysmal chance of winning here. All right, we're close to winning now. All right, there we go. Now let's see. This is bad. This is very bad. Is the what did I mess up? Is this returning an integer? Character data. Get experience, float, and what is life? Life is a float to begin with as well too. Huh. What be the problem then? Life bar dot value equals get life percentage and get experience percentage. I wonder if it just immediately went black to begin with. Like if the warrior takes 1 damage, does it go to 0? No, but indeed. I have maybe we set the step to 0.01. Maybe that's what I need to do. What does this say? Yeah, I think that's what I need to do. 0.01. Ah, there we go. Okay, yeah, now it's rendering correctly. All right, looks good. So yeah, if I just press X. Oh, X always adds 20 experience exactly. Okay, let's make it add less than 20 experience. Let's search for TNL and here. Debug level up. Yeah, let's have it grant 10 experience. Okay, so now, yeah, now you can see these bars filling up and then we're leveling up. I guess it'd be more obvious if we just added 1 so you'd actually see the bar fill up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, looks fine to me. Next was to get it to show your level, which should be easy enough. We could just throw this into process as well. It really shouldn't be here. Oh, actually, you know what? The character data emits a leveled up signal. We could just listen for that. Yeah, let's just listen for that. All right, so label, we'll have a func set label. And this is going to set this thing. Set label. And it's going to be the character class plus the level. So let's do it this way. %s, or %d, level dot. I think that's how I've been rendering them on the overworld. Is that? Yeah. There's no space. That was done for reasons on the overworld that don't really apply to this UI, but that's okay. All right, so then it's going to be the class, comma, and then their level. So that works, except that we don't have character data saved off. So I guess it's this. And then we set we listen to the signal. So level, what's it called? Leveled up? Level up? Leveled up. Connect to self dot. Honestly, it's just set label again. So there. All right, let's go test it. So now your level should show directly in that little bar. Character data does not exist. Yep, whoops. Character, yep, this should be here. Yeah. How am I finding Godot? I like it. I started using it in 2020. And back then it was like, oh, hey, this should be really fun for prototyping games in the future. And I think most of my gripes have to do with trying to use VS Code as my editor. I think if you just use Godot completely, you probably wouldn't hit half the issues that I'm hitting. But like this, for example, it says the method get experience percentage is not present. That's not true. It's there. The game is working. It just doesn't think it's present. And the way I have to fix this every time is by going up to here and reloading the entire project. And now watch, magically that line is going to go away. And yep, there it goes. And it's, I mean, we also switched tabs. But yeah, it's gone. So yeah, I don't like stuff like that. That's pretty annoying. But presumably that'll get fixed at some point. All right, so if I level up now, all of these should change. Yep, they did. All right, so that's the final thing we need to do is connect this skills button. Let's go do that. So connect life bar, done. Connect experience bar, done. Allow adding new characters, done. Skills button is the last thing. So skills button, when you click it, where even is the skills button? Bar skills button equals, it's in hbox container / skills button. Yeah. All right, then skills button dot pressed dot connect. So in this case, how do we do this? I guess we want to emit a signal saying to open the skill tree for this. Self dot on skills button press, sure. So this is probably going to say signal skills button pressed, and we'll pass in the overworld character. Oh, you know what I want. There we go. Give me that good AI. All right, now we connect to this. Unfortunately, we need to connect to it through here, which is kind of unfortunate. So we need another signal. Yeah, this is kind of stupid. Like, I'm just going to do this anyway. It's not really worth talking about this too much. All right, and this is going to be literally exactly the same function we just had here. There. Use tab character. Overworld character doesn't exist. Sure. All right, then finally on the world map, we can connect to that. So what is this thing called? Quick info? Yeah. So quick info dot on skills button pressed dot connect to, where do we set this skill tree? Set associated character, yeah. So I'll just do self dot on skills button pressed. There. Oh yeah, and then showing it. How do we show it? That's when you press S. Where's that right now? Skill tree dot visible equals true. Oh, actually show is a command that we can do. Yeah. Cool. All right, I think that should work. We messed up one thing. What did I mess up? Quick info has a, oh, it just skills button pressed. There we go. So now we click this button, we get the warrior skills. We click this button, we get the mage skills, and we click this button and we get the necromancer skills. Yeah, nice. Now what's interesting is this is a way for you to open a skill tree for a character that's not actually selected. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Keyboard is that? Yeah, it's a corn keyboard. I think it is very similar to a Chocofi. Although I do not keep all of the different keyboards in my head at this point. What is the problem with this? Signal is already connected to given callable. What? Is that happening even when I restart? Yeah, it is. Does add character do this already? Oh, it does? Wait a second. Yeah, wait a second. We're connecting to the quick infos one here. And in this, we're connecting to the character. Oh, wait, is this the problem? I'm not totally sure if I just reversed that. I think I got it right this time, though. No, that's still broken. Oh, Matt, I think I figured it out. It was just that I had a scale set to 2. So I just deleted the scale and just multiplied everything by 2 inside of the child. But are you saying you got the scale of 2 to work? Either way, yeah, video on Discord is totally fine. And thanks for looking into it. What is still wrong here? Quick info.skills button press.connect, and it's saying we've already done that. But in here we connected to the character quick info skills button pressed. And then we emit this from here. I don't see what's wrong. All right, let's copy the whole error message and maybe we can get some more info from that. Connected to given callable node 2D world map. Do I just need to name this differently? Like, what if I put a 2 here? I'm curious if it's a naming problem. This is fine. This emits over to here. Then this emits over to here. And then this should catch it. Yeah, if this fixes the problem, then I don't know what's going on there. No, it doesn't fix the problem. Well, then I'm just confused. Put a 3 there. Hey, Flippo. I don't understand what's going on. And I think that I want to try something over here, but give me a sec. All right. So first of all, can we run this? Because everything looks like it's working. It's connecting to this stuff correctly. I wonder what would happen if we just reloaded the project again. Didn't do with scaling at all. Anchored the V-box to the top left, set its width. Then the children, I set a minimum size. If you set the anchors to custom, you can set the grow direction there. Also set the V-box's alignment to pin itself to the end of the viewport. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if it was just a matter of needing minimum sizes on the children. I'm not sure. But yeah, like I said, thanks for looking into it. I doubt this would actually fix anything what I just did. Yeah, no, it hasn't fixed it. All right, I really should understand this. What is going on here? Skills button press is already connected to the given callable. It's multiple nodes in this tree, and I shouldn't have connected this anywhere else. Yeah, it's just here. Then there's one in quick info. Yeah, that emits over to here to the overworld character. Yeah. This connects to it. And then emits. Yeah. I really don't see the problem. I wonder. I was going to say I could test this really quickly by just getting the parent here, getting a world map. Anchoring is also important. The anchor, I think, should have been set to the bottom left already. Or at least I would have tried that at some point. I don't recall now. But yeah. To be clear though, my original issue, which I wasn't aware of, if you imagine that there's like this is just a set of axes here, I wanted the box to be positioned like here and grow upward. And part of the problem was that it was actually being positioned like this. And that was because I had a scale set to 2, which I wanted the scale set to 2 so that this thing was visible. But by setting it to 2, then it sort of broke everything else. So anyway, deleting that allowed this thing to work the way I would expect, but I don't know how to get it to work with a scale of 2. I'm also just so absolutely befuddled on this right now. I'll read it one more time, then maybe we just ignore this or something. Add overworld character. Okay, so world map, add overworld character. So we're here, and it's saying the skills button press is already connected to a given callable. So let's just delete this. I don't think I've connected it. But now that error should go away, and now the button should stop working, right? Yeah, so why does it think it's already connected to something? Maybe it's because I'm using the same... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Never mind. I see what's going on. We just need to do this once. And I'm doing this every time we add a character. Okay, yeah. That's my bad. Rubber duck debugging. It works. So we just do this, and all of the problems are solved. Good. And that's why I was only showing twice and not 3 times. Of course. Yeah, nice. Everything's working. Wow, look at this professional looking UI. Close goes outside of the button when you hover over it. So bad. Every button does that, by the way. I just need to put some padding or something, and I haven't done it. Extra professional. Okay, let's automate all the characters. So we'll do this. We'll do this. And we'll do this. Wait, what? Why was that one already automated? Oh, what just happened? That seemed like something was definitely wrong there. Yeah, that definitely seemed like something's wrong. Necromancer has 2 points into that. Let me try that again. Press S. I put a point into automation. Now I click skills, and we still have a point in automation. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know why. I don't. Yeah. It's because this doesn't get updated when you switch to a new character. All right, gotta go fix that. Skill tree, automation, button label. Yeah, this. This gets updated only when you press the automation button. So update skill tree needs to call this. Here. When does this get called? Every time you invest a point? Character leveled up. Okay, when did that automation thing get called? When you press it? But now that's not necessary anymore. All right, I think I've fixed it. So we put a point in here, we switch to another skill tree. Yeah, now it goes down to 0. Okay, so I want to fully automate all the characters. That was the point of this. There, and there. And now I want to just get them into battles. You run there, you run over there, and you run over there. All right, go. Fight to the death. Just want to watch the life bars and experience and stuff. It looks like everything's probably going to be working fine. Should probably also power up these characters a little bit. Let's go with that. Mage, you can have this and this. And Necromancer, you can get better summon skeleton. Yeah, the Necromancer is going to be the only one to survive. Because skeletons are overpowered right now. It's definitely looking like more of a game. I'm rooting for that Necromancer, though. Hasn't lost the fight yet. Because every time it summons a skeleton, it heals some health. Hey, it won. Okay, so they all have 5 experience now. These characters are off doing nothing. I think my Necromancer is going to die. No, nice. No, it summoned a skeleton at just the right time. All right, let's just fully upgrade it. All right, there. Necromancer OP. Yeah, so the spreading poison thing is very powerful. And actually, when I originally coded it, I forgot to check to see if you already had poison so that it exponentially spread and like immediately won practically every battle. All right, now that character's going to die because it doesn't have a skeleton. Oh, never mind. It summoned a skeleton. It still needs another 2 battles, though. I'm going to watch this because I'm enjoying it. But there's nothing I'm testing right now. We're just seeing if the Necromancer's overpowered. Did it win? I think it lost. No, it won. Now it lost. And it says Warrior lost the battle because that's hard-coded. But it's definitely going to win this fight, and then it'll be the first one to hit level 2. Leveling up gives you no extra power, essentially. And I just saw a bug, which is that battle text that shows up, like Warrior won the battle, shows up based on where the battle is, not based on where the character is. Actually, maybe that's not a bug. I guess it depends on where you're looking. All right, yeah. The character's about to win. Nice. Necromancer leveled up. Necromancer goes to desert. Yeah. Yeah, neat. All right, let's get ready to check in. I'm not actually going to check in yet. I want to take a break, but I think we're done with this and we're done with this. Am I sponsored by Godot? No, I'm not sponsored by anybody right now. I just keep putting Godot in my title to make it descriptive. That's all. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you, Matt. And I'll give you a point just for even looking into it. I appreciate that, even if I don't end up needing it. Yeah, that's true. Of all the people I'm not sponsored by, I'm especially not sponsored by that company. I don't even drink energy drinks. Okay, yeah. Let's just write this down then. So, where's my to-do list? Here it is. So where I left off, check in, mark task done, and then work on next task. I know this is pretty obvious. Do I have experience with other 2D engines and APIs? So yeah, I've used a bunch over the years. I guess some of the first ones I started with is actually like Allegro.cc, which I think is just what's it called? Oh, what is that thing called? I don't know what it's called. Anyway, it's a wrapper around some other library that existed. And then what else did I try? I tried Love. It's Unity, Godot, and then some HTML5 stuff like Phaser, Pixie, and I think that's it. I think those are the ones I tried. Yeah, SDL. Yeah, I kept thinking STL. I was like, that's not right. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a break. Is it jump time? I said, is it jump time? Okay, what is it getting for captions? I want to find out because I want to fix this problem once and for all. Captions is a jump time. Okay, we're adding that. Where was the other one? Oh, that was the only one. Okay, so let's go add this into code vocal streamer estimate.py is a jump time. All right, and then I got to write down at some point check in vocal streamer. All right, is it jump time? It's jump time. everybody. All right, close the game. Let's keep going. So we're going to check this in. All right, looks good. This is fine. I'm going to write a to-do here. To-do, this should be done. Most of the UI stuff that we set should be done based on signals. This is quite inoffensive because of how few characters you'll have overall in the prototype. Okay. What else? All right, so this whole press a key to add a character, I don't think I should have this here. Yeah, I don't think we should. I don't know. Let's just not check that one in. I can just decide later about that. Okay, this one's fine. What do we have here? Fix a bug here. Okay, so I want this to be checked in, but I don't want this part of the bottom to be checked in. Yeah. And then world map. Now it's quick info. Yeah. So add quick info UI. This lets you see all of your characters at a glance and access their skill trees. Cool. Are the keyboards worth it? That's definitely in the eye of the beholder. I don't think I've ever really had hand or wrist pain when I'm typing, but I think for some people that's a big benefit of these keyboards, is that they can sometimes be a little easier for ergonomics. But other than that, they're just like cool, they're fun to build, etc., etc. There's like a bunch of other like superficial things, but the real impactful thing for some people is cutting down on strain. Can I upload to Steam or other distributors directly through Godot? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Steam's process is pretty involved for uploading stuff, and they have their own like special site for handling all that called like Steam Shop or Steam Workshop or something. I don't know what it's called actually. And so I just doubt Godot interfaces with that. There's probably just not enough of a reason to do that. I don't even know if Unity does. All right, so check in, mark task done. Let's go do that. Done. And then start the next task. Yeah. Unity does. Okay. Yeah. By the way, you should look into that for yourself of whether Godot allows for that. I really doubt that they do. There's a lot of integration they'd have to do there. Like your Microsoft Natural Elite keyboards. Yeah, and if you like them, by all means, stick with them. Like, there's no reason to have to switch. But I do find this kind of keyboard fun. I don't know. I enjoy it. Okay, so make character select screen for your other characters. And maybe it should pause the game. How would we do this? Can we just pause the world map? What happened here? That doesn't sound good. All right, let's try something. Let's go into world map. And let's have it that when you press the P key, it's going to pause this. I think that's all it should take. Pause isn't declared. Isn't there a way to pause nodes? Pause nodes. I thought it was called pausing nodes. Pausing games. Get tree.paused. Oh, I see. So now what does it do? It stops physics. Process and physics process will not be called. Input and input event will not be called either. And then you have to allow list nodes. Okay, I see. Yeah. So this is a way that I could do this. I could have it so that a couple ways I could do this. I could have it so that we pause the whole game and then just show you a UI. I feel like that's easiest. I feel like I should do this. But anyway, what I'm thinking about here is you start with one character and you get to pick what that character is. Warrior versus mage versus necromancer. And when you get your second character, you need some way of picking it. Picking it is not a super involved decision or anything, but I think popping up a dialogue over the whole screen might not be bad. I don't know. It could just be a dialogue, though, that says, what do you want your second character to be? And it gives you two choices. And then when you get your third one, it says, what do you want your third one to be? But I think that's dumb. I think we should just reuse the character select screen and just X out certain characters. Yeah. So if we're going to do that, we could transition back to this scene. We could actually save the game and like reload it. Or we could just show, we could pause the game and show a character select screen on top of this. Yeah, so get rid of paused. I guess this should have been get tree.pause anyway, right? And it's not even like that. It's, no, it is that. Huh, that's interesting. What happened here? String and callable. Oh, the description. Oh, right. Character select option. I just never fixed this. Why can't I alt tab? Character select option. Description. Where are you? Here. Yeah, ability name, colon, description. So, we could just call this with a level of 0. No, that's not even doable, is it? What is this? Did I just delete this? Where's slash? There it is. Slash does have a description. Oh, but I think it's the only skill in the game that does. Yeah, it's the only one that has one. The other ones, these are all just mods. And then everything else just has a string. Well, whoops. So I don't want to code this right now. Yeah, what does this even say? Slash description deals % damage to a single target. Yeah. To be honest, this isn't even a meaningful way of determining your skills because you can't tell what mods you would have. I would have to write some like special description here for this. And since I can't make this callable, I think we just delete this for right now. Yeah. All right, let's try that out. Okay, so now we can see your abilities. Slash, sweeping arc, crush, slash. Oh, no, they all the same. Wait, why are they all the same? Oh, because they're all just hard-coded right here. Oh, how fun. All right, well, somewhere in here, we have your starting abilities. Where is it? Here. Yeah, so these should just be pulled from constants at some point. I might as well just do that now. Do we have class info somewhere? Of course not. Of course not. Well, let's go make it then. Bar class info. All right, so we got ourselves a warrior, and it's got a dictionary, and it's got starting ability IDs. And that's going to be whatever we had over here. So copy paste all this stuff. No, I should probably keep these like that. All right. And you know what? Let's even write warrior here. And then maybe the AI will just know what we want here. Hey, it does. Wonderful. All right. So it should just be able to fill out the rest of this for me, right? Nice. Wow. You know, it used to be, I was about to do something with multiple cursors there, and it wouldn't have been too long, but it just typed all this out for me. So now we're done. And now we go plug this into character select option. All right, so your starting abilities come from here, but only if you're the warrior, mage, or necromancer. So we do constants.classinfo, char class, starting abilities. Yeah, and this is really starting ability IDs, right? Yes. Should not have happened, but I must not have pressed a key. All right. And then we do, what do we do? Iron range 3, starting ability IDs. Oh, this is only for character classes. Yeah, so this should work no matter what. Yeah, cool. Let's try that out. How I typing so fast and not knowing that you've coded errors. I would always have at least one error. Some of it is that the editor will just tell me if I have an error. Like, let's say I tried doing char class equals 5 here. It'll tell me that, hey, you've got the wrong type. And I would just fix it. And typically, I think I'm fixing it somewhat quickly too. So it looks like there was just never an error to begin with. And then sometimes there's something like this, which actually isn't an error, but looks like it is. So maybe that's happening as well. Where then you just kind of ignore the errors that are on the screen. Let's see if this worked. And then sometimes it just doesn't work at all. I do something like this. All right, so what is going wrong here? We have these. I'm guessing it's a typing problem because of an array of type array to a variable of type array int. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can type this at all. It's kind of annoying, actually. So we have to assign this to be an array. But it's really an array of ability IDs. And so here we need to, I guess this should just work normally, right? Yeah. Does that fix it? Yeah, it does fix it. Okay, are these correct? Slash, sweeping arc, crush, fire blast, lightning zaps, folder, poison dagger, summon skeleton, lightning zaps. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I'll switch that. Yeah, I got super hidden. Yep. Thank you for finding it. But yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, it's now much harder to figure out that you even have a Prime sub to use. You have to go through Elevate your subscription. So this is the first character selection. The second character selection should just prevent you from accessing characters you already have. Yeah, I think that's how that should work. So we'll just like X them out or something. Yeah. Okay, so let's stop giving you characters by default. Where does that happen? Necromancer. Here, yeah. So probably stop giving you these. This and this should be there though. All right, so now you only start with whatever character you pick, and that should be it, right? Yep. So I start with the Necromancer in this case. And what was I going to do next? I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Make it so that you have a way of picking a new character. So I haven't decided how you even unlock the character yet. So I guess it's really just going to be you press a key. But when you press a key, what it should do is it should make it show the character select screen again. And yeah, make you pick a character. Now, whether to pause battles and stuff, I guess I don't really care. Yeah. So let's just show the character select screen on top of whatever you're doing. So if you press Q, then I want to show the character select screen. Where do we even do that? Title screen, start game, here, yeah. So start game is what does it, but it replaces the current scene. I want to like push the current scene onto this. How about something like this? For the quick UI? Are you talking about to replace where was it? This thing at the bottom? Yeah, dark patterns. Also hate broken crown. I don't know if I said that. As a character list or something? I'm not totally sure where this would show up. So the character list that I think of that we have the quick info thing. We have the character select screen. Oh yeah, the corner thing. Oh yeah. So I think if we had some UI we could show just here. So for example, you could make this outer circle be a life bar. But then, yeah, where would you put the experience? You maybe have two rings, and then maybe it looks like bullseyes instead of like character selections. And maybe since this isn't the entire sprite, it's less obvious which one you're selecting. So I don't know. Those are some thoughts that I have for now, but I also don't know how we're going to want this to work in the future when you have like 7 or 8 characters. Maybe you want to see where they're fighting, or maybe you need some other like controls for them or something. So I'll have to put some more thought in this, but I think the prototype will help inform that. So yeah, so we'll just show the character select screen on top of whatever it is we're currently showing. Everything just currently renders underneath game. So I guess what we'll do is when you press Q for right now, let's just have it show you the character select screen. So we do this, put this here. Is there a character limit? There is, but it's based on how many classes there are in the game. And so for the final game, I want there to be like, 12 plus classes. It's going to be a lot to write, a lot to code. And so I don't know what the limit would be, but yeah, something around like 10 to 15 probably sounds like a reasonable number. Because I want them all to play a little bit differently, even though it doesn't really matter. They're all kind of the same, and that you just put skill points on whatever you want, and you're pretty much guaranteed to win the game. Like I said, this is mostly a chill game and not like an intense strategy, like a Fire Emblem kind of thing where you lose a character for good and you're like, oh man, I got to redo that fight. So this can't be set next scene. This just needs to be load the scene, instantiate it, and then add it. So we'll do that. This is going to be, I guess, a character select screen equals load this as packed scene dot instantiate. Actually, this will just be the character select screen. All right, then add that and then delete this other stuff. Okay, now let's go test this. So now you're in the game and you press Q. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. It added the character select screen, but it added it with, I guess, the scale of the game. What happened here? No, what did happen here? Why did that happen? We're loading the scene, we're instantiating it. I guess there's a remove current scene, but that shouldn't make a difference. Is the world map somehow having an impact on this? Game has character select screen and the world map. Yeah, why is this huge? If I just delete this? Why is it huge? Maybe. I mean, this is preset full. Center. I don't know what's going on. Shrink. I mean, I could shrink the size of this. Is it even doing anything? I don't think so. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, what's different when I start up the game? Like here we have a character select screen and it looks okay. What is the difference? Preset full, sizes are set. I don't know. So you're using sprites, got them from a website. Create your own images so we don't have to deal with licensing or borrowing someone else's images. Are there websites where you can use images without issues? Yeah, definitely. In fact, that's what I do for a lot of my thumbnails on YouTube. I go to a site called Pixabay. There is somewhere on here. Where's the license? Yeah, content license. So it tells you how you can use this. And by the way, almost every piece of media has a, well, let's say it this way. I think every piece of media typically has a copyright, and then some are licensable for use And then you have to read the terms of the license to figure out if you're allowed to use it. So some say it's totally free if you're going to use it for free. You know, you're not making money off of it. But oh, if you are going to make money, or if you're this big a business or something, then you need to pay, or you give us a percent of your revenue, or whatever. You could have any number of things in a license that you have. So those sprites that I got are from this site, and this site, I don't know if they have their license right on here. Oh, there it is, licensing information. And it looks like this doesn't resolve. No, it does. Yeah, so non-exclusive license. It's not like you're the only person who can use this. It's got all their things on here, but I paid for this a long time ago. Generally, I mean, you can usually be pretty confident that if there's some site that looks like this, where they're selling artwork and you pay the money, that you can probably use it in a game. You can also be pretty confident that you couldn't just go list this on your own store somewhere and say, oh, now I'm selling this, but for $4. Like, you know, it's pretty much just common sense, but it is all in the license. What I think about Unity, I haven't used it in a very long time, so I don't know too much about the game engine anymore. I probably used it when it was, 4 versions older than it currently is or something. I vaguely recall Unity 3 being the thing that I use. What are they up to now? Unity current version. Oh, maybe they just changed how they version things. And maybe I'm just wrong about my versioning anyway that I was remembering. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what the difference is between this and this. I wonder what would happen if I add another character select screen while we're on the character select screen, or even here, for example. Add overworld character base nil. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. It adds it here just fine. Now we can't control this anymore, so let's try again. I want to find out if we add one on this screen. Yeah, also fine. So it's just after that that it's no longer fine. Yeah, weird. I just don't know why that would happen though. Nothing should be different about this. Maybe because the world map is, maybe because it has its own canvas layers? I don't have a, yeah, I don't know why that would happen. Can we say where we're adding this? Internal. Is there like add child to, no, there's. Do you know why Adobe ended Flash? I used to use that for so many online games. Now I can't anymore. I mean, it probably it's just on their Wikipedia page why they ended it. If I had to guess, which is kind of silly because I could just go figure it out by looking at the Wikipedia page, I would guess that it was that a lot of places, like I think Apple, I think just, I don't know, browser games, there were a lot of attacks that happened through Flash. And so I think Apple eventually banned it. And then with Apple no longer being a potential route to have Flash content, I think they must have decided this isn't technology worth maintaining anymore. Plus, I think HTML5 was starting to be produced, or starting to be more popular, or something like that. Anyway, if you just, like I said, if you just look at Adobe Flash on Wikipedia, you should be able to figure out why it was discontinued. Yeah. Okay, so I don't have an explanation for why this is only working at the very beginning. Yeah. And maybe there's something we could change to get this to work. Like, that would be nice. Because I want this text that shows up here. I want this. Oh, man, I don't know. I could also just make another selection UI, but I don't see a need to do that. Yeah, I don't. I just need to figure out how to get this to be smaller. All right, what do we have here? This stuff all looked pretty much the same. What if I said this is 900? Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder if this is like a viewport thing then. The height doesn't seem to impact this at all. 10? Yeah, this doesn't seem to do anything. And even setting this to like 10 by 10, for example, we're clearly still seeing content here. Although this is the side. What is this thing? What is character select screen? I think it's just a control. Yeah, it is just a control. Maybe that's the real problem. Maybe this has to be a container of some sort. We have an HBox container inside of it and then buttons and instructions. I wonder if I laid this out properly. I don't know. I don't know if that would fix things. Maybe it's worth a shot. Let's try it. I mean, what else are we going to do right now? Because I don't know how to move forward with this if I don't do that. This stuff we could just check in on its own right now. Well, not that part. But definitely these two things. Okay, so make constants out of starting abilities. All right, so now we can just make changes with impunity. So we're going to change this to be, I guess, a VBox container. I don't know how you're supposed to lay this stuff out. Like, this is now going to look super messed up, right? Do we even have the, yeah, select the character above. All right, so if it's a VBox container, then we want this stuff to show up on top. This should probably have a minimum size, because what happens right now? No, it works pretty much fine. Then click this and we can start the game. All right, I mean, this looks worse than it did before, but can we instantiate this now? No, we still can't. Huh. So it doesn't matter what the size of that thing is. Maybe that's where this stuff comes in. Container sizing. Yeah, in fact, maybe that's what I should have been modifying this entire time. Well, let's go try that then. We're going to eventually figure this out. All right, put you over here and put you over here. Good. So remote. We're going to go into the character select screen and then start changing. Where was it? I was just looking at it over here. It was in layout container sizing. Okay, so layout. Whatever, we can just do it locally, I think. And I think it should take impact, even on the remote one. Yeah, there. So I just have to shrink. Can I set this to shrink as well? Does this matter? Doesn't seem to matter. Definitely doesn't seem to. Huh, yeah. None of this seems to take effect. I wonder if I need another canvas layer for this. It's time for it to go. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel kind of weird that there's a bunch of Flash content that probably never got ported. And even if it got archived, it's like, who's ever going to run it again? I wonder if anything like that'll ever happen again. I guess it's happened a bunch of times. Like, VHS tapes still exist and you could still get a VCR, but if you don't have a VCR already, who's going to do that? Maybe this isn't where this is problematic. Too bad I can't add things over here. Yeah. And I don't think any of this is going to have any impact, right? Custom minimum size shouldn't have an impact either. Yeah. I don't know. All right, well, the other idea that I had, I guess we back out these changes until this is just a control again. I can't undo anymore? Seriously? Huh. Well, I guess we can always revert. But yeah, what if I go back to game and I make another canvas layer? It's really stupid. All right, and then we add the thing to that canvas layer. What I call the other one? It's just canvas layer. Canvas layer dot add child. All right, what would that do? Because if this is fine, then I guess that's what we're gonna do. This one looks how it did, and now add child on null value. How is it null? Oh, because I delete everything in the scene? Darn it. It's so bad. Canvas layer equals canvas layer dot new, and then add that, and then have that one add the character select screen. All right, what's that like? Okay, that's more like it. Yeah. Now we just need that to show up on top of the world, which probably means putting the world into its own canvas layer. Man, this is pretty annoying. Can we put this on a higher layer or something? What does that do? Layer, lower values are drawn behind higher values. Okay, so this would have to be as high as possible. 128 is now drawing over everything. Yeah, so we just need to give it a background. Oh, well, this was, I don't know. It seems tedious, but I guess it works. What number does this have to be for it to actually draw above the other thing? Like 2? Yeah, just 2. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to do then, because I am not going to struggle with this thing. Canvas layer dot layer equals 2. So that'll draw it above everything else, and then we just give the entire screen a background. Yeah. So we can delete this. Hey, Syntonic. I haven't uploaded the interview yet. I got to do that this weekend probably. Oh, I guess it's already living online. But thank you again for doing it. All right, where did I want this thing? Character select screen. Yeah, so this thing needs a background. Character select screen here. Yeah. All right, add child, I guess texture rect. Yeah. And whoops. Put this here, and we make it take up the entire thing. Which I guess means this can't be an HBox container again. I guess this has to just be a control. Which means I should just revert the whole thing before I do anything else. Yeah, let's do that. Revert, done. And now we reload that. Good. Now let's add in our background. And we just move this up to the top, make this take up the whole screen. And then give it a texture. All right, this time we are going to make it a gradient. We're going to have it go from gray to blue, but like a very subtle. That's not subtle. I don't care. All right, so now I'm getting rid of the gradient. I've already decided, but this will at least let us know if it worked correctly. So we pick a character, and then I press Q, and yeah, now you're forced to pick over here, and presumably you can't click through any of this stuff, but I guess it's impossible for me to know. Oh, we could right click down here and then pick a character. Oh, this screen doesn't do anything afterward. Yeah, all right. Let's delete the gradient, and let's go fix up the rest of this. So when you pick the second time around, there's got to be something disabled on that screen. Let's go take a look at this. All right, you need to think about what you need to know to make your choice. I don't care about this stuff. You should pause the game. Don't care about that either. So what are the actual tasks we have to do here then? Allow for leaving the screen after picking a character. And cross out any characters you can't pick because you already have. Okay, so let's go get the allow for leaving the screen part. So in the game, we add this. This is the new character select screen. I guess we need to know that we have this here. This is kind of bad. All right, so var in-game character select screen. Character select screen equals null. As you automate things, they gain color. Kind of an interesting idea, actually. I guess if you could slowly automate characters or something, so that by the end of the game, everything is very lively and colorful. I think the kind of automation you have to do, though, is like characters essentially have automation fuel, and they have an amount that they build up and then an amount that they use. So your character would just kind of putter along for a bit and then stop, and then putter along for a bit and then stop. And toward the end of the game, you just have enough where they never stop. Yeah, they combine into big robots. It's called Big Botland. All right, so if you press this, if this is not null, then just don't do anything. Otherwise, set it to this. Yeah. And I guess add this thing in, add this, cool, great. And then connect a signal to this. So that was start game with character. Now we want, what's it called? Selected character. This would be like, I don't know. What do we call this? Add new character. I don't know. Character selected new character. Selected new character. There we go. There, Emma. All right, now, just like how start game had a thing, we're going to do the exact same thing over here, and this should all just be fine. So we get the world map. We make a new character. We add it. We set its position. We set that it's selected. Do we want to do that? Yeah, sure. All right, cool. And then we hide the in-game select screen. No, actually, we just do it based on the canvas layer, I guess. Canvas layer.q free. All right, let's go try it out. Let's also delete this other stuff I've got here. Delete, 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 delete. All right, so we pick our first character, Necromancer, press Q, pick our second character. It breaks completely. Perfect. Wonderful. It's working exactly how I want it to work. Okay, so why did that happen? Call it on a null value. It's definitely this. So it thinks the canvas layer doesn't exist. I think when you make a new canvas layer, it should just automatically have the name canvas layer, right? Oh, no, it doesn't. It has canvas layer at 41. Well, we can't have that. Canvas layer dot name equals, I don't know, select screen canvas layer. And now we just get that. There, yeah. Okay, so now the thing I wanted to test is, are click events going through this thing? So I'm going to right click down here. And if it's going through, then the maid should be moving toward that. No, it's not. Okay, so they're not going through. We're all good. Yeah. Yeah, the spacing is messed up on that. I don't know why it does that with negative numbers. Oh, wait. It looks like there are two characters selected. Whoa, because it doesn't deselect all the other ones. Oh, so we... Where is the select a character thing? On player character selected? Yeah, so we should make a function here that says select character. And do this. And then this will just call select character. Which actually means that this function doesn't need to exist. But that's fine. And we're going to call that from the game. So instead of set selected in both of these cases, in fact, these functions are pretty much identical, right? Yeah, it just has a set next scene or not set next scene. Okay, well, let's just consolidate them into one. This will be world map. Oh, I hate it when it does that. It's just so annoying to use this. Select character. Overworld character. Is that correct? Yeah. All right. Now we do this func add character class. Cool. All right. I think we're just going to do this here. Yeah. And then we just need to get the world map, which is how we do this here. All right. And what that means is that selected new character should just be able to call add character with your character class and then queue free this thing. Yeah. All right, how's that? Did we get all this working? Cannot use, what's going on here? 29 world map. Oh, what's the R doing there? What? What happened here? Huh. I must have overwritten something. I don't know what that's supposed to be now. This set next scene. How did that get so messed up? Wait, no, it's not even that. It's whatever we did with the world map afterward. Oh, no, this got moved onto the wrong line. There we go. All right, are we working? Is it all working? We got the mage. We press Q. We get a warrior. Nice. Now it's selected. Now you shouldn't be able to select the same one multiple times. We got to fix that next. There's one other problem. And it was whatever's showing up over here. What is this? World map is declared but never used. Oh yeah, I guess we just don't use that part. So we say this. Yeah. Okay, so Xing out characters. What's the easiest way to do that? Well, we have a background on the character select thing. Right? Do we? Hello, background. Yeah, background. And we can set it to visible. Maybe we just remove the option. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Just don't even show it if you can't select it. So how about let's try that out. Let's have it be that you can set which options are not allowed. So func set disallowed classes is going to be an array of strings. Val, and then we're going to set, do we even need to keep track of it? I guess we don't need to keep track of it. We can just remove options from here. So what are we adding? We are adding a character sprite. What is going on with this? Oh, this is the whole option. This is wrong. Yeah, this should be in the character select screen. Yep. So set disallowed classes. So here we should be making character classes somewhere, right? Yeah, this character options. And I guess we can just give them a name. Character.name equals character's I. Yeah, that's fine. So then in this case, what we want to do is you want to go through each child in here. And if selectors, this is like select options. So for option and options, if, let's see, option.name in classes, I think, then we want to just remove it completely. Option.queueFree. I think that'll work. And now we just need to call this. So let's try it right from the game and the very first screen that you get to. We're going to make the character select screen and we're going to do no.setDisallowed classes to be mage. So the mage should just be gone from the screen. Nice. Now let's try adding in necromancer as well. Necromancer. And then let's go rerun this. Okay, and now let's try adding warrior as well, just to see if it crashes or something. Oh, I guess it doesn't need to crash. There's no way to leave this screen. Yeah, because you can't select the character above. So if we've banned all 3 classes, then we just shouldn't even let you get a new character. So this is going to happen over here. Yeah, we have a new character select screen. And then we do this. And so your disallowed classes are going to be based on the ones that you have already. And we have like a get all player characters. Yeah, there it is. So let's rename this to not have an underscore. And this just returns an overworld character. All right, so how do we do this? Well, I'm going to do this just the easy way. We're just going to say var all classes equals array of string equals, yep, that's good. And then we get all the character classes, owned classes, which is also an array. No. It's owned characters or player characters, which is an array of overworld characters equals, we don't have the world map, do we? Okay, let's get the world map too. This it should know how to type out. Yeah, good. All right, so we get all the player characters. Then we go through all the player characters and we remove all of the classes that we have here. So we get your character class. So this is player character dot primary character data dot character class. Remove it. And then if there are no more, oh, this is disallowed ones though. Whoops. I guess we need to do it the other way around. We just make this an empty array to begin with. And we say valid classes or disallowed classes. Then it's even easier. So now this will just be append. And then we pass this in here. And if there happen to be 3, then we just don't even do any of this. Which means we should do this up at the top. If disallowed classes that size equals, wow, it even knows. If you already have all 3, don't even show the select screen. My overworld character instead of just character, because there's the overworld and then there's battle, and in both of them we have characters, and I didn't want to confuse them both. So yeah, there's overworld character and I think there's battle character. Yeah. All right, I think this will work. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's go try it out. Okay, so whatever you pick first is going to be gone now the second time. Good. Now I pick Necromancer. Now I pick Warrior. Now the key doesn't do anything. Cool. Yeah, nice. I thought that would be harder than it was, although there were some difficulties in there. And this is a garbage function, but like, it's working. Show up on top of the world. What we could do, I hadn't thought about this, but we could make this slightly opaque or slightly transparent, however you want to say it, like this. And now when it shows up over the world, you'll still be able to see behind it. I don't think that's a good idea, but it does show that the game is still being played. And this would have made it way easier to test if something was going on. I kind of actually want to do that just to make it clear that, like, I know the game hasn't totally reset on you. So let's make it just enough to let you know that that's happening, but not totally distract you. So like, that's probably pretty good. Yeah. Okay, now we save that. All right, are we done with this? Allow for leaving the screen and cross out any characters you can't pick because they already have. Yep. I'm just gonna fix the typo. None of this matters. I already have them. Yeah. Okay, so we got to check this in, and then we got to move on to the other things that we have, but I'm going to take another break. This is going pretty well. For those who haven't seen, I'll show off what the progress has been. So we now have, oh, I don't want to keep doing this. Hang on a second. Game.gd. I keep doing that too. It's game.tscn there and there and there. Okay. So yeah, for those who haven't seen, we now have a way of selecting a character. So this character is selected, it's glowing green. And the reason why is because you now have a way of getting another character. So for example, we can pick this. And so now clicking them will select it. Are they shrinking slightly when you click them? Oh no, I think they are. Oh, darn it, they are. Oh no. That's too bad. All right, I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's not gonna be easy. Anyway, so yeah, you can have multiple characters. We also have this in the game, this thing at the bottom left, which shows you the characters that you have, their levels, and you can see their skill trees here. I added in extra mods and stuff. So now all the different abilities should have a minimum of 2 mods. And one of them I think has 3. And I don't think I did anything about battles. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right, let's take a break. Is it jump time? It's jump time. Close the game. Also, hey, whoever this is on YouTube, you can't actually play the game through YouTube. Sorry. It's only through Twitch right now. Okay, so let's check that in. Yeah, let's check that in. What did I change here? Offset. Why did this change? That doesn't seem intentional. Yeah, this is important. I don't know why this changed. No idea what that is. Character quick info's VBox container. Like, what if I just revert this? Let's copy paste it before I revert it. But then let's revert it, save it. Should reload it over here. Good. I don't see a difference. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a difference. Okay, well, good. I don't want to check in stuff that's just garbage. Okay. Yeah, I don't like how I did this. What are you going to do? Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it. But I don't want to fix that now. All right, anything else that we want to check in? Yep, this. And get rid of this. Okay, I think we're good. Check in everything except for skill tree. The skill tree change I keep omitting, by the way, is you have to get automation before getting anything else. And I don't want to have to do that when I'm testing because I have to click a button 4 extra times. Game hadn't started already? Oh, nice. Yeah. So allow for selecting new characters. You do this by pressing Q for now. You can only select characters that you don't already have. Great. So this is done. All right, next up on the list, allow for gaining skill points. So what is this? Show how many available skill points you have in the skill tree UI. Gain skill points when you level up. Add a debug hotkey to add more. Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. I don't think there's a lot to it. So show how many skill points you have in the UI. Let's go start with that one. So what should keep track of how many skill points you have? Probably character data. That's where we keep track of your skills anyway. So yeah, we'll say skill or available skill points. Int equals, let's start you with, I don't know, 10. This is just for testing. And then in the skill tree, we need to show it somewhere. So let's go take a look at the skill tree. I mean, I guess we just put a label up here that says available points. Maybe we move the automation skills somewhere that makes a little bit more sense. All right, here's what I'm going to do just to make this a lot easier. I keep this here. We're going to put a label that says available skill points label. Available points. And put this over here. There we go. All right, so now in the skill tree, whenever you update the skill tree, we're just also going to set that label. Available skill points label as label. Done. Yeah, there, that's it. So now it should just show 10. Yep. And now we want it to spend points. Are there any particular games you're drawing inspiration from for IA? Final Fantasy 1 and the sucky idol genre. So yeah, those two games. And Final Fantasy 1 was only very indirect inspiration. I think Final Fantasy 1 sucks by today's standards. I like played it when it was new and I loved it back then, but games have come a long way and I think it's just a terrible game now. So I think what I'm trying to do is take what I this is like a rage built game. What are the things I disliked about other games or genres, and then how do I fix them? It's kind of how I'm looking at this. And yeah, I think idle games are just a blemish on society. Have I played Stick Ranger? Let me see. No. Is this an idle game? I can't tell from the screenshots. Okay, so when you click a skill, you need to spend a skill point. So I guess character data can say has available skill point. It should just know what I want. Yeah, has available skill point. And then func spend skill point. There, easy peasy. And I guess this technically has if not has available, then just return. Sure. All right, so in our case, or we could just combine these into one function. I guess we don't really need a has available skill point, but we could enable buttons based on that. Ideally, the automation skill is just a skill, and unfortunately, it is not right now. I played Click Apocalypse 2. I don't think so. Characters move and attack on their own. Yeah, I think semi-idle as a genre is maybe not so bad. I think part of the problem is infinite games, and I think just the most common infinite games I've seen are in the idle genre. So it's like even a game like, I don't know, like World of Warcraft. If you think of World of Warcraft as infinite, it's only because it hasn't died yet and there's still new content for it, but it's not really infinite, right? You hit a max level, you get the best gear or something in the game, you've done all the things there are to do. That takes a long time, but you can do it. But yeah, a lot of idle games is just like, well, just play forever. We've got a formula to just control how you have fun playing the game. You can also drag them around. Yeah, it sounds like an interesting game. I guess I should really clarify. I'll probably do a YouTube video or something on this, why I think idle games are bad, or at least traditional idle games. It's not to say that all of them are bad, just the ones that have in-game monetization and typically an infinite progression. I think those are problematic. Yeah, it all comes down to infinite scrolling in the end. Yep. All right, so in this case, we need to see if you have a point to spend. I guess that should happen when you enable buttons, right? And we have something that, oh, we don't ever disable this button, actually. Now that I think about it. So this shouldn't just be update the label. This should just be update the button. So var is disabled. It's disabled if you don't have an available skill point. Has available skill point. So if you don't have an available skill point or you've already fully unlocked it. And where do we have that fully unlocked? Yeah, this should just be over here. Has fully, what's it called? Unlocked automation, yeah. Does it know how to fill this in? There we go. So now we can get rid of this. There's one other place that shows up, and I don't remember where it is fully automated. Yeah. Cool. Great. Yep. All right, so we put that in here too, or character data dot has fully unlocked automation. So that's when it's disabled. Then we actually set the button. All right. Then when you click a button, it should spend a point. Character data dot spend skill point. And when you click one of these buttons, it should also spend a skill point. Where is it? On skill button click. Here it is. Yeah. All right. Does that work? Did we just fix everything? Is it Copilot? It's Copilot, yeah. And Hey Marching Tiger. Characters moving right on their own, yeah. Yeah. It's not like I've played every idle game. I'm just inclined to dislike most of them by their core setup. The idea of you just keep progressing forever and ever and ever, and hey, spend money and we'll speed up this piece of the infinite progression. I don't approve of that. Okay, so when I click this button, it should count one of these points, and then when I get it to full, it should disable the button. Good. Same thing over here. Click, 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 and then I click once more. And what it should probably do is disable it. I just don't have. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie doodle. There we go. Now that stops that from happening. Good. Yeah, so now let's see what happens if you don't have 10 points. So where do we have your available skill points? There. So what if we set this to 3? You should only be able to put 3 points into your automation skill. 1, 2, 3. Yep, nice. Now it disables it for you. It's a little weird that that one works that way, that this disables it, but I guess it's fine. Wait, did it, was anything else blue there? Oh yeah, it was because I changed, no wait. No, it wasn't. I am being la dumb. Okay, so we're good there. Now when you level up, we need to give you more skill points. So there should be a level up. Yeah, so available skill points plus equal 1. And I think that's it. I think that's a whole feature, right? Show how many skill points you have. Done. Gain skill points when you level up. And add a hotkey for more skill points. That's technically already in the game. If you press X, you level up. Yeah. But it levels up all of your characters. Maybe we should only level up the selected one. I'm not concerned about that. All right, so now we should start you with 0 skill points. Yeah. Yeah, so you just can't click anything. I can just force a level up. All right, yeah. Yeah, nice. A warrior with fire blast. Ha, I say. Yeah, these the balance pass is going to take a decent amount of time. Because right now, every point you put into an ability doesn't do a whole lot. Well, let's check that in. So this is basically just like put skill points in the game. Yeah. Okay. Put skill points in the game. It's no longer assumed that you have infinite. You get 1 per level, and you actually spend them when you invest in a skill. Cool. Oh, did I just check in something? No. I fixed that. Yeah. All right, done with this. Next task is add saving or loading the game. Okay. All right, so allow for saving. We have kind of a problem here, which is I don't know how this is going to work when it's a web export. So we need to figure out how to just save literally anything, like even the word hi, and then figure out if it works in a web export. So GD script save game. They probably talk about this somewhere. This is some random website. Here we go. If you're looking to save user configuration, I don't care about that. It's an action using the serialization demo project. Save load.tscn. I mean, this, if I can just get JSON to disk, I think this should be pretty simple. Identify persistent objects. Oh, do they have some like serialization built in? Oh, interesting. Yeah, get nodes in group. Oh, they can persist all the nodes you have? Actually, maybe this is even easier than I was thinking originally. We could just set a node group for all the characters that you have. And even all the enemies, I guess. I'm curious how that would work. Once this is done and we need to save the game, we just get all the objects and tell them to save with this script. Oh, no, they still serialize them. Never mind. Okay. Helper class JSON to convert between dictionary and string. Our node needs to contain a save function that returns this data. Gives us a dictionary. Yep. And as covered in the file system tutorial, we need to open a file. Interesting. User : / I wonder if that makes it work for a web export. I could theoretically save the entire play scene as a resource. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that exactly, but yeah. Also, welcome to the stream. Game saved, now to load. We'll read each line. So I think, first of all, what am I even saving here? I guess I'm just saving all your character data. And that's about it. And really just your primary character data. And when you reload, I think if you were in a battle, then we probably just ignore that you were in a battle, which should only hurt you, which means you're not incentivized to do it. But there are lots of games where saving and then reloading helps you. And I mean, it's got its own term, save scrubbing. And you just keep doing that until you get whatever outcome you want. So I don't really care about that. Yeah, so then parse this. I mean, this seems straightforward enough. Let me read the rest of this, I guess. Gloss over setting up the game state for loading. It's ultimately up to the project creator where much of this logic goes. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. Simple game state. JSON may work. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a problem for this game. Okay, so let's go test this out with just, like I said, something very, very basic here. So we're going to take this code. Yeah. And we're going to just throw this in a game for now. So S opens the skill tree, so we need another key to do this stuff. Yeah, here. So we'll just say W, save game. Save game. And I'm only going to allow this from the title screen anyway, I think. Loading the game, I mean. Not saving the game. Saving the game you can probably do from anywhere. Okay, so file access. Variable save game has no static type. What does this return? Open is a file access. Okay, file access. Cool. So save nodes I don't care about. I don't care about this stuff either. Delete, 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 delete. Save game.store line. So we'd be storing individual lines, and then the way that this thing was supposed to work is what? Load game. Get a JSON string, parse that individual line that you have. I want to store everything into just one massive object. So we can just store a single line of all of the JSON. Yeah, this should be fine. All right, so let's just store something like message hello world. In fact, maybe I should make a completely new project for this just to make it easier. All right. String. Now what's the problem? Oh yeah, this needs to be in quotes. All right, so this should work. This should just put a save JSON file. This is write. What else do we have here? Read write, something like that. What do we have? Write, read write. I probably only care about writing this. Yeah. So I wonder where you find this on your system. So I press W and it should have just saved. I mean, I really should have it printed it saved. Print saving game. Saved game. Okay, yeah. So it's saved. Is this a folder that shows up here? I need to find out how that works, I guess. User : / Godot user / location on disk. It might not be saved in a way that's supposed to, that you're supposed to be able to access. No, it looks like it is supposed to be saved that way. Get user data dir. Interesting. Saving game to that. Where art thou? Saving game to users, Atom, library, application support, etc., etc. Close out of this. Okay, let's go find it. CD into that direct. Oh, what happened? What's going on here? Why can't I select that? Copy. There we go. Save.json. Cat should have my message. Hello world. Yeah, easy. Wow. Now, like I said, for the sake of the prototype, I don't care if this file is completely just readable by you and editable. That doesn't matter. If you want to set your character to level 4,000, it doesn't make a difference to me. Now we need to export this as a web export and then see if it can save from there too. So how about this? Let's have it save a message and then date, comma. Is there a get date time? No, it's just making that up. How do we get the current Godot get current date time? That way I can just make sure that this is actually working. The time singleton. Okay, what do we have? Is there something that returns a string? Get datetime string from datetime dictionary. No, I just want to get now. Get time string from system, yeah. Returns the current time. Yeah, exactly what I want. Okay, so we want time.that. Time.this. Okay, let's go test that really fast before I do the web export thing, just to make sure. All right, so it should, oh, no, I didn't actually press save there. Now I press save and there it is. Yeah, so 15:15:03. Correct. All right, now we make it a web export. So we go to project export, add web. All right, now instead of butchering this myself, let's look this up. Godot export, web export. ./HTML/output. Yeah, let's do that. HTML/output. And then I need to create that? I don't remember. Did I come back to the... No, this is not an alpha I'm doing. This is to test if saving a game works from the web export. So we're going to click export. I think I do need to create this. Yeah, so I'll just create it in an out folder. Yeah, there. Okay, and export. We working now? Oh, and then give it a name, right? Index.html. I think that's what we do. What did this used to say? I'll try that. I don't know how this is gonna work. Just whatever. Fine, save, yeah. All right, what does that look like? So we'll save. This is like save location, title that. Oh, nice. It's a nice pink color. And then we'll go to out and everything's, yeah. Okay, so that's how we're gonna write this for this. That looks good. Note, the out folder needs to exist for this to work, but attempting to export will, yeah. Okay, so now we have a web export. Now we need to run that web export. HTTP server slash. This probably won't work because of that. Yeah. So now I need that that Python script. Direct link to the Python script. Here it is. So we just copy paste this. S host.py. All right. Python 3 host.py -r /. Did it work? It worked. Okay. Kind of keyboard I'm using. I'm using a corn keyboard. I'll link the command for you. And the is it worth it part, like I was saying this earlier, someone asked pretty much the exact same question. It's hard to say if it's worth it. I really liked it. I enjoy using it. I built this myself. Yeah, it's a nice keyboard. So my only gripes about it, since I built it myself, the soldering isn't great. And so I pretty much broke all the lights on it. And also sometimes it double types and it's not wireless. So those are my gripes. I will eventually make another keyboard probably. I just haven't gotten around to it. But on the plus side, well, all the plus sides are in that video that I linked. So I guess that I'm not going to say again. But yeah, welcome to the stream. And if you end up checking something like that out, let me know. Because I'm always curious who ends up getting a split keyboard and what they find appealing. Okay, so all we need to do is press W here. And now it should have saved. I'm guessing it logs to a console, does it? Yeah, saved game. And it says save to user fs/Godot. Okay, so I think this just works by default. We don't have load yet, but let's go code load really fast. Where is it? Here. Okay, so this is you don't have a game. This is stuff I don't care about. Let's just copy paste the whole thing. So we're gonna delete this. We want to access the save game while position is less than get length. It's just gonna be on one line, so I don't care. I don't need to do this. You can just do this. Then make a JSON.new and parse the string. Make sure it parses. And then get the data. And then from there, everything should be pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. Okay, so here is our code for loading the game. Load game. All right. Okay, so we're gonna call load game when you press whatever key this is, F. W is here. So load game. All right, and our save file is here. Const save path equals this. All right, so delete this thing and replace it with save path, and then same thing down here. All right. This should probably print something. No save file found at save path. So read. Why is this not complaining about types here? It seems strange. This should be a file access. This should be a string. This, we'll just have it infer the type. Then try parsing it. Parse gives us an int. And then if parse is not equal to okay, say that there's an error. Continue, I don't need. We get the node data. Data is what? A dictionary? What? What is JSON? JSON's get data should be different than that stuff, right? It's a variant, I guess, because it's a dictionary. Oh, because it could be an array or anything. I'm going to save it as a dictionary. Okay, then yeah, we'll just say that here. Dictionary as dictionary. Cool. And then print out the data, I guess. Declared but never used. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that should work. Let's go try that out. So we'll just run this locally for now. We press W, we press F. And it says loaded data, date 15/21/51. That is correct. Message hello world. Yeah. So now we're going to web export that. Export. Save. All right, then just go refresh the browser. Where's the IPv4? Come on. Wait a sec, what? What's going on here? Oh, no, it worked. Okay, so now I press F, and it should tell me the date from earlier. No save file found. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe because I wiped out the whole directory? Or it's, well, whatever, let's try this again. Okay, so I'll just press W here, saved game. Now I press F. It says loaded data. So it's 152239. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to press that again. Yeah, 152239. Cool. Does the export still lag for you? It seems like it's better, but I don't think I've even updated Godot, so I'm not sure what happened there. Is that bouncing? Mine does that, but goes away when I clean the contacts. I clean the contacts too, and that seems to fix it, but how does that make sense? Like, why do the contacts need to be cleaned so frequently? And by frequently, I mean like, I don't know, maybe once every month or two. It happens to different keys. So it's really like once every week, but with a different key. Space for batteries and wireless module under the board. Oh, for the case, you mean? Yeah. Oh, I would need to design exactly how that works, because I guess it'd need to be this exact same shape if I want to use the same case. Just finished building mine this week. Got lucky and was able to solder all the LEDs without issue. My issue now is just getting used to all the layers. Feels very neutral for positioning and hand placement. Yeah. So the LEDs worked for me to begin with, and then they eventually died. And so now they mostly only work on the left half of the keyboard. So I could actually turn them on here. And yeah, you'll see, I love this effect, this typing trail effect. It only, oh, it's kind of working on the right half too. Only really works on one half. But no, it's like totally breaking there. Yeah. All right, well, I'll turn them off. I gotta say, this is pretty good. All I need to do now is handle the saving and loading myself. So where'd the task go? I don't know where the task went. Here it is. All right, so what are our tasks that we're gonna do? Save every so often. Save before exiting. Add a load game option if a save file is found. And then we want actually save data and actually load data. Make sure we serialize everything correctly and make sure we deserialize everything correctly. Anything else we have here? Detective, you have a save game. Oh yeah, delete save file. This is really important. So normally this wouldn't be super important, but for the prototype, let's say I upload a new build in whatever, a few days, and it turns out that I deleted a property from something and I don't code a, like a pseudo migration, then it'll just break. Although actually, is that such a big deal? Because I guess you would just start a new game in that case, which is the same thing as deleting a save file. Maybe that's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think we need to do this. Let's cross this off. You can just start a new game in that case. Note to self. All right. 24-hour stream when? That's never happening. If I ever try doing a 24-hour stream, I've officially gone off the deep end. I don't know how people do that, by the way. I really don't know. And I don't know why they would do it. I feel like if you're going to do anything, do a 16-hour stream, and that way you at least get to sleep. But like to ruin your sleep schedule. Ooh. Looks good. We can figure out your passwords. I think if I had the keyboard cam showing during passwords, it wouldn't matter if you had LEDs or not. You'd probably still be able to figure it out. Offer that sweet, sweet content. I feel like the content quality probably rapidly drops off after like hour 6. All right, so the reason I'm hesitating for this is because I am running out of energy. And that's it. It's not that I think this is a very difficult task or something. It's just not so easy that I could just, knock it out right now. Have a banana. My wife the other day, we were in a grocery store and she's like, "Can I buy bananas?" I'm like, "Why do you need my permission to buy bananas?" I'm like, "Just break off however many you want." It's not like buying, a 3-pound thing of grapes where you can't open the container and take out the grapes. You just snap off a banana if you want one. Can't stream much more than 4 hours before I've had enough. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my sort of limit is now. I don't know how I used to do 8-hour streams every day, although I would take a break in the middle. Let me take a look at some stuff. So we have saving and loading, then it's content and balancing. This is mostly mechanical. Mostly. Like, I don't think there's much thought that needs to go into coding for this. Maybe I shouldn't say mechanical. Maybe I should just say I don't think the coding is tough for any of this stuff. Unless, what is there here? Make stats actually do something. Allow for leveling up the class defining passives. Enemies should spawn in proper levels, map regions. I don't think we're going to do elements for the prototype. I don't think it matters. Yeah, I'm just going to cross that out. I'll just write this doesn't matter for the prototype. And then make sure abilities have proper tooltips. Yeah, this is something I started to do yesterday. I was doing this, though, from my Chromebook, remoting into this computer. And it's kind of a mess. The modifier keys on a Chromebook just don't work how you'd want them to when remoting into a Mac. So it was very slow progress, and I only modified like 2 abilities. And then, I don't know. Anyway, then I gave up. I'll get back to that eventually. Anyway, add content, that sounds fine. Balancing the game, I don't even think I wrote anything here. Yeah. I think that's pretty straightforward, though, and what needs to happen. And I should also think about how much content should there be? Like, how long should the prototype last? And I'd say minimally 30 minutes. And I don't think it's hard to get to the 30-minute mark with how this game is laid out. And I'd probably say, like, at most, probably like 2 hours. Yeah, so I need to think of how the content is going to work from that point of view, but also from a fun point of view. Like, balance isn't just can you do everything. It's does it take 10 minutes to kill a single enemy? Oh, I got to modify the git ignore to ignore the whole out folder. There we go. All right, then what else do we have after this? What's the end of the game? The end of the final game is going to be killing bosses and stuff. The end of this, I think I'm going to have to add a boss monster in. Maybe there's a region that literally just has one enemy, and it's always the boss enemy. In fact, that's probably what I should do. Did I write this here? I didn't, but I feel like I should. Add a region that only contains a single boss enemy, and maybe even have the label boss kill me to win the game. How about it? I should probably detect that you've beaten it and show a message saying that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be the end of the prototype, though. I'll put in like one boss enemy that's, just to give you an idea, like 5 levels higher than all the other ones. And if you can beat that, then you win. And it'll just keep respawning probably, and that way you can kill it with all your different characters. In fact, I should write that here. Should probably just keep respawning so that you can kill it with all of your characters. All right, player-wide skill tree I don't think was going to happen. Post-prototype changes isn't even for the prototype, obviously, because it's post-prototype. Ability tooltips to battle I think are still pretty good to do. And then, yeah, some polished stuff. What do I have in pre-launch tasks? Remove debug functions. Consider giving a player a set goal. Yeah, this is already going to be done. I'm pretty sure we're just going to delete that from here. All right, add an automatic timer tracking how long you've played for so people don't have to self-report. I don't really care about this. Stress test feature could be kind of interesting, I guess. Feedback in the game. Yeah, this stuff's all pretty straightforward. And then this is where there's quite a lot, and it all comes down to how much do I want to do. Oh, add the title screen music. I forgot about that. Oh, I never did finish that either. But yeah, we could throw that in. I could export an MP3 or something. Allow for resting after a battle. I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do this stuff. I think one of the other things I should add to this list is have enemies only respawn after a certain amount of time. Have enemies respawn only after a certain amount of time. I think I'm going to work on this over the weekend. My solo infinite jump royale, the game just changes completely. Your characters just automatically jump. I wonder that's kind of how some idle games work. They essentially just turn into different games. But yeah, imagine an idle jump royale where your character always jumps to the next platform, but maybe they get like a triple jump or something, or they get a jetpack. Man. Is it bad that I think that game would actually probably be kind of fun to play for a bit? All right, Monatic Bind's not allowed to type more things in chat. Stop suggesting game ideas, even if they're jokes. I think we're good, though. I think we're good on time. So I'm aiming for Friday launch. I'm going to write hopefully, but I think it's doable. Now, I want to stress this. Monday, very important. It's April Fool's Day, and April Fool's Day is the best day of the year. So you should show up on Monday at 10 a.m., which is what, 5.5 hours ago? Yeah. So 5H34 M ago, but on Monday, be there. I've already kind of laid out the schedule for this, but I'm doing two very unusual things. At 10 a.m. exactly, we're going to start a game that lasts for 10 minutes. And there is a small prize. I want to really stress the word small on that. Very small prize. It's not like you're going to, be gnashing chomping at the bit for this. Then I'm probably going to take a break, and then we'll come back and I'll do a book reading. So it'll be a fun day. And then the afternoon should just be a normal stream. 10 a.m. UTC? No, 3 a.m. UTC. So that's why I said it's 5.5 hours ago, but on Monday. So UTC time right now should be 10:35 p.m. Right? I think I'm UTC -7. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, this link here in chat, this is already localized to your time zone. So if you just click that, why won't this work? Hang on a second. Every once in a while, I need to unplug my mouse. There we go. Yeah, so this should be localized for you if you click that link. So that's going to be Monday. Other than that, I don't think anything else is happening next week that's special. The next mentoring session is April 8th, which is a week after this coming week. And then the next interview is not scheduled yet, but it'll be after that as well. So yeah, so nothing else special is happening next week. It's all Idle Ascendants and April Fool's Day. And that's it. And then on Friday should hopefully be the launch day. I don't think we'll do it any sooner. In fact, I might just hold off till Friday anyway. And if it looks like I wanted to do it sooner, we'll just add a little bit more to the game or something. But I've been pretty happy with the progress of all this stuff. Let's write down what we did for today. Spent all day developing Idle Ascendants. What do we get done with though? You can have multiple characters. There's a character select screen. Yeah. You can have multiple characters, and there's a character select screen for your second and third characters. There's also a quick info UI. And the last thing I'll do for those who haven't seen, I'll just show this one more time so we can see at the end of the stream what the progress is. So you start with one character, and you actually do get to pick, but I'm not going back to the title screen. So you start with one character, you can move around. At some point, in fact, I should probably write this down somewhere. There's got to be a way for you to unlock a new character. I don't think I even wrote that down, did I? Unlock? No, I did not. Okay, well, I don't know. We're going to have to add that in somehow. Add a way to unlock a new character without pressing a debug key. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so whatever, when you get to level 10 or something. So this character, go and get into battle, and we had damage numbers from a couple days ago, I think. The skill tree, I guess I now need to like force level up, get automation, and then we can just start putting points into stuff. So new thing from yesterday is we now have mods for every ability. I thought I had added them all, but I actually hadn't. And then we can unlock new characters. Oh, that said start game as Necromancer. That's a bug. I'll just write that down over here. I don't want to fix that right now. Getting subsequent characters still says start game with character. Also, getting experience still says warrior every time. Probably implement a maze generation for dungeons and pathfinding to make sure you can reach the exit if there is one. Yeah, I think that's what would probably happen. Well, maybe not maze generation. I don't think that's necessarily needed, but I think pathfinding is going to be needed. And I'll just generate regions at first such that there is no real need for that. In fact, maybe you can just literally walk on top of walls. And just to make myself have a better time at doing this, I'm going to write that down over here. Where do we have add map regions? Yeah, here. Don't worry about collision with anything. Just allow walking on walls at the beginning for all I care. Yeah, in the future, there would need to be proper pathfinding, but I'm not concerned about that for now. So yeah, we add in this quick UI at the bottom so you can quickly see, okay, the warrior is about 25% life, half experience. Should probably add some numbers there or something. And yeah, that's about it, I think, as far as stuff that we've done. Oh yeah, and then selecting characters so you can pick which one you want to move. And not having battles spawn on top of each other. So they will have their own layout such that you can always see them. So that's it. That's what we've done. That's the game. Hope you all enjoy playing it next week. Let's go find somebody to raid. Have I raided this person before? No, I have not. Okay, yeah, let's go raid this person. Oh, man. All right. It's been an intense couple of weeks. By the way, post-prototype, I'm probably going to take somewhat of a break and just like catch up on real life stuff. But thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good weekend. And I hope you're back here on Monday morning. It should be fun. It'll be April Fool's Day. So yeah, see you then.